Sorry it took so long, guys. I blame Eddie. Took way too long to get back to the locker room. All right, the injuries from the game, guys. Kalia Davis had a hand, never returned, broken hand. We'll see tomorrow what we got to do with it. Tour pulled his hamstring, never returned. D. Winters had a shoulder, he did return. Upton Stout left there at the end with an ankle. Go ahead.
Kyle, you came into this game with a lot of things working against you. What does it say about your team that you were able to pull this off?
I can't say enough about the guys. They were unbelievable. We talked how long this game was going to be, how focused we had to be, how competitive we had to be for the entire time, and started out great. But it was a good team. They tightened it up, got real tight at the end, lost a number of dudes who we had to overcome. Losing 2 D linemen in that game, and the D line still stepping it up big. Alfred getting that strip at the end. It was a huge character win. We've been in tight ones all. How many have we had? All 5 of them. Had a chance to pull out last week. We didn't, but pulled this one out, and can't be more proud of the guys.
How impressed were you with Max?
I was real impressed. He played his ass off, man. Was unbelievable in the first half. Got banged up a little bit there in the second half and battled through it and protected the ball, going against that defense and throwing the ball that many times and not having a turnover and protecting like he did. I can't say enough good things about Mac.
And physically, is he okay?
Yeah, he was all right. Hurt his knee for a little bit there, but he ended up bouncing back from that. And then his forearm was cramping there in the second half. In the fourth quarter, that was bothering him, but he worked through it.
Did you assume that Kyron had scored on the night with the strip?
I couldn't tell. I didn't have an angle to see. I knew he was right there. So I was hoping we could at least hold him to a field goal there. And then when I heard the noise and everything, we kept looking, and it was unbelievable. I knew everyone was celebrating, but knowing they had 3 timeouts and being right there on the one, didn't get to really appreciate it at the time, but definitely appreciate it now.
What can you report to show you the way he bounced back from a few drops on Sunday?
Yeah, KB's been awesome for us, man. For us to just add him, and I think week 2 that we did, and for him to just be a part of our group, to end up having to start here basically these last 2 weeks. I had a couple big drops last week. Had one today in particular on 3rd down, but every time he did something, he completely made it up, because the plays he made with his hands, the plays he made after the catch, he was great today.
How much chemistry can you see between him and Mac?
Mac's a good quarterback and KB's a good receiver, so I know we call it chemistry when they connect, but they like each other. They played together with each other in New England, but it was impressive today.
What did you see on the final stop from your eyes on the sideline, and then did you see a replay of it?
No, I never saw a replay. It didn't look like they had anywhere to go. I think Chase might have been the first one there that stopped them, but then it looked like all our guys were swarming there and looked like a brick wall, which is similar to what we ran into all game. But it was awesome for them to step it up there on that 4th down.
Can you walk us through this, just the strategy at the end of regulation there? You were backed up, obviously.
Yeah, it was tough. I definitely wanted to throw it and end it. But what they had 3 timeouts, us on the -1. I really thought that if we made them use their timeout, then worst case scenario, we're playing in overtime. I worried with the way Stafford and their offense was looking the time before that, 1, if you get a holding or something like we did the week before in the end zone, that would have been bad. But 2, if we gave them that ball and punted it with a touchdown, I was afraid. With 1 timeout, I was afraid they'd get a touchdown. So I thought that would at least ensure overtime. We had a chance to stop them there. I think it was 4th and 4. They ended up getting it, but we played it out and went to overtime and found a way to get it done.
Before that strip, the Rams had a 1st and goal, and you only had 1 timeout, and they were inside the 5. Was there a thought of possibly letting them score since you only have 1 timeout?
No. There was a thought. We talked about it, but I wanted to hold them to a field goal. That's what our plan to do. Our plan was, we were talking about it right there on that down. It looked like they were about to get in, but then they fumbled it and didn't have to worry about it.
Before the game, it was reported that Brock Purdy suffered a setback with his toe and could miss the next few weeks. Is that true? Is there anything else you can tell us about that?
No, I don't know what reports happened, but everything we told you guys last week is true. He just re-aggravated it, and it's week to week. We don't know how it's going to heal, and hopefully it'll be better tomorrow, and it'll continue to go throughout the week.
You're undefeated in the division, yet you've been decimated by injuries. Just, if you take a step back, what's your big picture view of just how your team has responded?
I've been real proud of the guys every week. Even last week when we lost, I was still, I was disappointed with the turnovers we had, some mistakes we had, but I was just proud with the character of our team and how they battled. I've really enjoyed these guys since OTAs. We got a real strong group who's close. I don't really have a view of big picture right now. I look at us as enjoying these 3 days off, which guys have earned. Is very well needed. We need it right now. We've got a while before our bye week, which I think sometime in December. So we're going to enjoy these 3 days and come back and keep trying to get better every day.
You got the early sack from Huff, a couple of pressures in the second half. I know you've been looking for progress in your pass rush. Just wondering your thoughts on that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the plays that they made. I mean, sometimes they had some chips and held up for a little bit, and they made their plays too. But you know, I think seeing Huff get that one. I know we had a strip on another. The defense coming up with 2 turnovers. Us having none, probably the main reason why we won.
Do you look at Mack as a starting caliber quarterback?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, always have.
What about the fans being here in LA?
What's that?
All the 49ers fans being here at SoFi Stadium here in LA.
What about it?
All the 49ers fans here in the stadium on a road game here in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Yeah, they are here. Is there a question to that?
What do you see as the key on the first 2
sorry,
drives?
dude.
You guys scored 14 points out of the gate. What do you see as the key on those 2 drives?
Executing the plays, guys making plays, moving the chains on 3rd down, so you stay on the field, and then scoring in the red zone. There wasn't anything particular, but we kind of hit everything from every area, and the whole offense was real good on those.
Knowing how highly you think of Christian, what has he shown you through these first 5 weeks, just in terms of the volume, the workload, with everybody knowing that he's going to be the guy?
Just that he's one of the toughest, grittiest guys I've ever been around. I mean, just how he approaches every day, how physical he is. You know, Christian's been unbelievable. He's been running into some really tough looks, but he doesn't shy away from anything. What he did in the pass game today, even what he did in the run game, just for us to be able to have 33 runs when first that run defense, it's so important because you throw it too much versus that team, you're going to end up getting sacks. It's a matter of time before you end up having a turnover. So just being able to stay with it, which is huge with 3rd down, but he's one of the reasons we can stay with the run because of what he does in the pass game for us.
A couple more, guys.
What happened there? Did he get lost? You know?
I have no idea. I couldn't believe it. It took him like 20 minutes to get in there. I don't know if he was doing interviews or what, but we would have been mad at him, but he was 4 for 4, so it was all good. Maybe he was talking, I don't know how to not cuss, like he did 2 weeks ago. I don't know. We'll find out.
Speaking of block a kick, I had struggled with that earlier this year as well. Did you see something there that you could take advantage of?
I mean, just the push. I think it was Jordan Elliott who got it, I believe, on the block kick. We just want some big guys in there. It's one of the challenges in this league. You guys see it every week. I mean, block kicks, they happen a lot now. These guys tee off on these guys. It's a tough position to be in, and I was glad that we came up with one.
Speaking of Eddie, the 59-yard field goal, was there a decision to maybe punt it there?
Yeah, it was close. We were pretty close on that line. Debated it for a little bit, but we said, screw it. Let's see what he's got, and he just showed us that we could have done it probably from the 45. It was a hell of a kick.
We have 2 more guys at the end, Lucian. That was your first OT since the Super Bowl, I think. Do you have any flashbacks?
No flashbacks. It was a better result, though.
Kyle, what's it do for confidence and morale to take this cobbled together group with a lot of guys down and run the table in the division, first half division games?
It's huge. I mean, you don't sit here and make excuses with injuries, but it definitely, we've had to have a lot of guys step up that we weren't sure you were going to need to coming into the year, especially guys coming from other teams, guys like KB, guys like MVS. Getting D-Rob back, I think, was huge. He did some real good things today. But I've just, especially that team today, that's a really good team. Finding a way to beat them, having your record what it is. I mean, you got to keep winning throughout this time, but it's been a good start for us.
All right, guys, appreciate it.
All right, guys, thanks.
light, huh? It's quick.
I guess we'll just start off, man. A win like that with everybody down, Brock, Jennings, Pearsall. What does it mean for that locker room? What was it like after a win like that against the division?
Man, you know, it was a joyous occasion, man. But it's a confidence builder, for sure. The Rams are, not only have they been hot this year, they've been hot since last year, since the playoffs, since, you know, before the playoffs. So to get a win against this team, a division opponent, a division rival, it felt great.
You guys are 4-1, 3-0 in the division, and yet the run game hasn't started rolling yet. What can you say about that?
I mean, we had almost 400 yards of offense, so, you know, we didn't abandon it. We stuck to it, kept handing it off, and made them respect it. You know, that opens up everything in the back. You know, a lot of people we got Christian McCaffrey. They're going to sell out to stop him. They're not going to let him beat them because he has a reputation of doing that. So, to me, it's not shocking that people will sell out to stop the run because obviously it opens up the back end.
He's a beast in the pass game. Obviously, he's making
For sure.
plays. Kendrick Bourne was making plays. But let's talk about that quarterback, Mac Jones.
Yeah.
And how tough he was. Goes down with the injury. But he's holding his back. What can you say about Mac?
Man, tough as nails. Just just an apex competitor, man. He just, you know, he's one of those guys where, you know, it's not a surprise why people drafted him where they drafted him, why everybody's so high on him. He has such a high ceiling. Just a really, really cool guy to be around as well.
You shocked by the swagger he has, maybe?
No, I'm not.
Maybe that's a Bama thing. I don't know.
Nah, you know what? I watched Mac over the years just kind of as a spectator, so I seen the swag he possessed. You know, I seen the way he, you know, talks, the way he answers the interviews. He's a very lighthearted guy. He keeps the mood light, but you know, he's a fierce competitor.
Looking at the defensive guys, got your big Texas brother Alfred Collins.
I'm an OU guy, man. You can't.
Yeah, I know you OU Boomer Sooner.
All right. Don't get me banned now.
But his progress from day one of training camp until now, and he makes that play down there at the goal line, forces a fumble, and recovers. Can you talk about what you've seen from him throughout training camp and up to this point in the regular season?
Yeah, I think since training camp, he's been on an escalator, man. He's constantly taking steps to improve. You can just see it in his assertiveness and the way he plays. Just the difference from July to now, it's night and day. And you know, it's funny because guys usually don't take that big of a jump until they've had an off season to train and they've had a season to see everything. But you know, his progression is kind of scary.
Shanahan had a role in today. You guys go back home. What are you going to do with your break now? And then getting ready for Tampa Bay after a nice little extended bye week.
Well, I have a Sweet 16 to attend. My daughter's we celebrating her 16th birthday, so I got my hands full this weekend.
I'm a girl dad too. She's
Oh,
5.
see?
She acts like she's 16. Your advice would be bad because I'm worried about those days.
Yeah, just get your shotgun, man, and you know, it's okay to let them win. You know?
All right. Appreciate you, man.
All right, man. I'll take it easy.
All right, Brandon, got you, man.
Hi.
The NFL on Twitter called this the Kendrick Bourne game.
Mm-hmm.
What was clicking for you on the offense?
Yeah. First and foremost, I just want to thank God for the opportunity. last week was very tough on me. Just the adversity I went through and the standard I hold myself to and the things I want to do for my teammates, first and foremost, for the fans, for the organization. You know, I hold myself to a higher standard. So that was tough. And so today it's a blessing. I just want to thank God. But the offense was awesome to be a part of. Mac Jones, O-line, fighting, running backs, tight ends, man, just collectively we played well. It was tough for us to get in the end zone, but collectively we played sound, I think. Was getting down there pretty consistently. So just trying to play like that every week and just finish drives, but finish with points. I think we did that pretty consistently.
Okay, you talk about being hard on yourself at the Jacksonville game. It was a critical job there, third down, you guys up 14-0. What did you tell yourself? Because after that, you was a man on fire and bounced back.
Yeah, those type of plays, you know, I look at it as it falls on me. 3rd and 5, I'm wide open to catch a 5-yard route. Mac, trusting me, goes right through my hands. You know, I'm like, man, so it's just adversity. I think it's a game within a game. It's a mental game on the sideline that every individual player is having. Whether it's good, bad, it's a mental thing. So how do I work within that while I'm playing? And I think that's what I learned from last week is how to flush the good, flush the bad. You know, I know how to do it, but week to week is different, and every situation is different. So learning from that situation last week, learning from that play specifically, I hold myself to the higher standard, and I hate it. But having good teammates, you know, just telling me move on, and the next one's going to come. It's important to have guys like that, and you can feel it.
You've played with Mac in a couple of different places now. What can you tell us about him and why he can so seamlessly step in and be the starter?
Yeah, I think Mac is just he's built the right way. His mental is the right way. He prepares the right way. I've seen it for a while now, and I'm just proud of him, man. I can. Even when he's throwing the ball, I be telling him at practice, like, man, you zipping the ball and how he's throwing it and stuff like that. You can tell he's confident and things like that. And it's just awesome to see him in this space. How I seen him in New England was a different world for him. So to see him now kind of with, like, the peace he has and he's playing free and having fun, I think it's a big part of the game for him. So it's showing.
Well, it's different to New England. You just mentioned how maybe he's a different guy, different swag. What was it about New England? Because he came out on fire as a rookie, went to the Pro Bowl, but then after that, we know what happened.
Yeah,
so
great.
What is the major difference?
That's what you're saying. It's tough. It's pressure. It's a first-round pick. Everything falls on him. He's young. He has to figure it out, and that's tough for anybody. So, I mean, I don't know what that feels like. I undrafted guy, but you just see it being a fan of the game. It's tough, and so that stuff is just different. Every situation is different. Coaching is different, and I think now, you know, he fits the system. The system is important for a lot of players, and it shows in his game. So shout out to Kyle, man, John and them. They doing a good job of getting people prepared. Even for myself, you know, I had the opportunity because Ricky's down and Jawan's down, and, you know, they got me prepared, and the same thing with Mac.
Last two guys.
That you guys, as the quote-unquote backups, you heard everybody saying, like, well, this probably doesn't bode well for their chances. How do you kind of take that personally? How do you use that as motivation going in?
It's a part of the game. You know, everybody has, you know, their opinion and they have the rights to it. And I think it's just huge by Kyle and them having D-Rob and older guys, MVS, you know, guys that have experience in the game and the depth we have. It shows, and it's important for the NFL because, shoot, guys are banged up now. You don't know what's going to happen next week. You know, everything's different. So just having depth has been important.
Obviously, understandably, since you got here week 2, there have been moments where you're like, where's that,
Grant!
I didn't say that. But, I mean, are there still moments of like, where am I supposed to be in this offense?
Yeah.
And, I mean, once you figure that out,
Yeah.
15 catches?
Yeah. I think it's just being prepared. You know, I didn't come here to be the guy. I'm not coming here to try to get 50 catches a game. None of that. I'm here to play a role, help the younger guys, you know, be a vet. And so if Kyle wants me to play F or he wants me to go to running back, then that's what the week is going to, you know, present. So that's just my mindset. It's about being humble, understanding that there's a role to be played. And that's how my career has been, and I've excelled in that. And that's kind of how I got to where I am. And Kyle, shout out to him because he gave me my first opportunity of showing me how to play in a role. I used to be big on third down, and it's grown, and my relationship has grown with him now. The trust is there, and trust from my teammates and things like that. So it's huge. So that's kind of how I go about it.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
You guys need Alfred?
into it, right?
Yeah, guess so.
Was there, I think a lot of people counted you guys out, given the amount of skill position players in particular you guys didn't have. Was that something you talked about? Someone said Kyle was pissed off about being an underdog.
Yeah, I think, you know, I don't know. Look, I don't know what the odds makers and all that stuff are, but I do know I love this team, man. I love the character of this team. It's hard. You got guys who are changing positions on a short week and having to learn an offense, and they just showed up a couple weeks ago. You know, that's not easy. And, you know, you got a quarterback who's fighting through some stuff, and also, you know,